And my proper smile, not just staring at the sky like that. I like that picture, but it also makes it look like I'm just waiting for Santa to arrive. Like Santa's going to suddenly give me lots of presents. Good morning, nice to see you. My name is Dave Crane. Welcome to Dave Crane Daily. Every day I come up with stuff to share with you to make your day better and to make you feel that the world is a good place. Because if you spend your time watching the news, guess what shows up in your life? The news. And news doesn't work unless it's depressing and bad. It's the way we're wired. We're wired to notice things that are dangerous to us and things that could cause harm. If the news every day said, hey, everything's fluffy and you're going to get a warm hug everywhere you go today, you'd be like, oh, okay, fine. But if the news says, oh, there's going to be an earthquake or a pandemic or somebody's waiting down your street with a gun, you're going to go, right, tell me more. And that's what happens. It shows up on your radar. And we're wired from caveman days to pay attention to that. So that's what I'm not doing. I'm not doing all the stuff to worry about. I'm going to get somewhere in the middle where you can have a think about the day, have a think about yourself, think about your ability to communicate and grow your career and connect with more people and have a much happier life, and also enjoy one of these, a really nice cup of tea or coffee. I'm not bothered. Either's pretty good. Cheers. So that being said, welcome back to the show. My name is Dave Crane, as I've established, and there's loads of things going on. Yesterday, I was so busy after doing the show, I had back-to-back clients, coaching clients for my Industry Icon program. And I've mentioned this before when I used to do my shows previously. Last year, I did about 200 shows back-to-back. I know you're thinking, that's outrageous, but I did 100 shows of Ernesto, the Toilet Paper Diaries, and I did 100 shows of Speak on Stage. And then I went, oh, like that. I was exhausted. It's a lot of broadcasting, a lot of working really hard. If each show takes you about 2.5 hours to prepare, then that means that you're spending a lot of time doing it. And before I finished, I was doing 4 shows a week, each one for about an hour or maybe 45 minutes long each day. And I just went, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do a 10-minute session. That way, you can grab your coffee, have a chat, go cheers, and there's my friend's mug, which I've actually stolen from my daughter. My daughter's 11. Right. And I shouldn't say stealing from your kid because it sounds like terrible. It sounds like you've gone into their money bank and taken their money, which I wouldn't do. I wouldn't do. But this is, look, hold on. Need my coffee. See this cup, right? Friends. Remember the TV show Friends? Friends has had about 100 billion downloads since it went onto the internet through Netflix and various other places. 100 billion downloads. It's one of the most popular shows of all time. But my daughter's 11. She doesn't know what it is. And what's more, it's full of old people, which it is if you're 11, and she's not bothered about watching it. So therefore, she doesn't need this cup. If this cup had Minecraft on it, or I don't know, Adventure Time or something else on it, yeah, she'd be the first person to say, get off my cup. So she got this cup as a gift for her birthday, and I am looking after it for her, like a foster parent of a cup. And that's why she can't have it back. And if you judge me, then you're a bad person as well. So today's session is all about getting you to feel better. So I was just talking about having back-to-back clients yesterday. My Industry Icon program, I teach people to be really effective and position themselves as industry experts with good reason. And this show is like a daily inspiration for you to position yourself to be very, very good at what you do and get noticed for what you do. So yesterday, I was working with one guy who's an angel investor who invested in startups. And we're creating a TV show for him. I was also working with a lady after that who's one of the world's best negotiations experts in business and in relationships and so on. And she teaches corporates how to do this. And she's off to do a big event in Zurich. And she wanted to be working with me on that presentation and also potentially a TV show after that, which is really exciting. And then I was working with a gentleman who is an expert at construction, who's built some of the most iconic buildings in Dubai. Who's going to have his own TV show and other stuff, an academy and all. It's just non-stop, really exciting. I won't tell you anything about them because it's not fair, but they're projects you will know about when they're ready to launch. And I did an incredible interview with the lovely Rachel Beck, who you'll meet and you'll see the interview at some point as well. And also another TV show with another of my clients that's up and running as she travels the world and she wants to talk about all the things that are going on, which is super exciting. And you'll find out about that. If you miss these shows, they're only about 10 minutes long. And I'm very conscious that I don't want it to go on for too long. Because if I do, you'll just go, oh, I don't want to watch that long. 10 minutes, done. So If you want to catch all the shows, then you can catch them here on my YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube/. Dave Crane, and subscribe. Don't just watch it, subscribe. That way you'll get notified when you arrive and new things turn up. Also, connect with me on LinkedIn. I tend to do more LinkedIn than anything. And even though this show is being broadcast on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and on something else, Twitch, which is where people do games with their thumbs like that. Well, probably don't actually. You probably use a mouse and keyboard. If you want to catch up with me on a regular basis and the stuff that I don't post, it's going to be the videos will go on YouTube, and the articles and the stories will probably go. The business related stuff will go into LinkedIn, just in case you didn't know. So that's what you find when you go to Dave Crane Dubai, which is my LinkedIn. I'm always talking about giving you really cool stories, and I do them from a website called Flipboard, which is completely free, and you can create your own magazines. I've got my own magazine here, which is Dave Crane. That's the one here. There you go. And there's a woman crying for no reason. Well, it's not because there's no reason. It's an article that they've decided to highlight, but it makes it look like I have pictures of people crying. I don't. Sounds weird. But let's share with you a couple of different ideas now. So let's get this into perspective. You can create a magazine that has all the things that you want to look at every day. So you don't have to go surfing and checking and all the rest of it. What you can do is this will scroll the internet and find related keywords or related stories or even things that you're following, and it will post them into your own feed every single second. So literally, you can look at it 1 minute and go, oh, okay, yeah, I've seen all that before. Scroll it again, and suddenly it's a completely new set of stuff. It's brilliant. Flipboard.com. It's very good. So what I wanted to share with you is some stuff about feeling fantastic. 10 ways to make an even better version of yourself. And I know that you're pretty cool and wonderful anyway, but I just thought that this would be useful to share with you at this moment in time. So if you're ready, then let's begin. 10 easy ways to make a better version of yourself. Now, I could do this with music. If I put music on, it goes like this. See? But then I worry about the music being too loud, so you can't hear me properly. So if I turn it down to here, it's kind of in the background, but then it might be too intrusive, and I might have to switch it off again. So I'll just switch it off. And so you've only 10 minutes, you can listen to me. So 10 easy ways to make a better version of yourself. And I love your thoughts and your comments. Tell me where you are, what you're doing, and all the rest of it. And by the way, with your thoughts and comments, please leave them on the video as well, because people will watch it later if you show the algorithms that it was worth watching. So if you're watching going, oh, okay, stroke your chin, say hi, say like. Do all these things, because then it just gets shown to more people who then will realize that every day we've got a little community going on. So hello to you, by the way. I always say hello to people and let you know who you are, where you're from, and I'll always say hi because it matters to me. So anyway, as I was saying, so 10 easy ways to become a better version of yourself, and this is it. Remember this, failure is not the end of the world. Failure is a mindset. In fact, you don't actually fail, you just get results, and it's part of your learning curve. Number 2, live to please yourself rather than others. Now, this sounds like a really selfish way. What about everyone else? But you can't deal with anybody else until you've actually got your act together. That's why when you're on a plane, I'm going to say to you, if your oxygen mask, if you're on a plane, never again, when the oxygen mask comes down, put it on yourself before you put it on your kids or anybody else. It means that if you pass out and you put it on your kids, they can't carry you off a plane. If you're just about to fly, I'm really sorry, because you're probably going, I don't want to think about this right now. But it's true, okay? So you need to look after yourself first before you turn around to anybody else. Plus also, you can't complain about anybody else unless you've got your own act together. Surround yourself with positivity. Number 3, don't hang around with people that are negative, because they soak and drag all the good life out of you, and then you start seeing the world the same way as them. And the world is great. The world's neither negative or positive, it just is. It depends on the filters you have in your mind as to what it is. Okay, number 4, learn to trust yourself and take risks. Very important, taking risks. If you don't take risks, you'll never find out. And all you have to do is keep building up yourself. I'll tell you my story in a future episode, or part of my story, so you can see the risks that I take on a regular basis. I'm not crazy risks, but I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now if I hadn't been through all these different experiences. Let me say, for one thing though, when I first wanted to get into radio, nobody wanted to help me to get into radio. So what I had to do was I went to university, studied law, dropped out, hated it, but there was a hospital radio station about 5 miles down the road. So every morning I would walk about 5 miles down the road on a weekend, on a Saturday and Sunday, because that was a weekend in the UK, in the cold, in the snow, in whatever, super early in the morning, because they gave me an hour and a half of a show that I could do, and I wanted to get the practice in. So I did for about a year. Every morning on a weekend, I would be there, and then I go to work after that. So, did it help? Well, clearly, the end result is I can do this. But then the hospital radio meant that real radio stations would take me seriously because I put the time in and be working. So take risks, but also build up yourself as you go. Does that make sense? Good. It does, doesn't it? Oh, don't be like that. You're saying, Dave, can you slow it down? Yeah, I can slow it down, but if you don't like that, then you're going to go, can you speed it up? I'm bored now. So I've got to get the right pace. If you think I'm going too fast, let me know, and I'll change it for you. Nothing? Good. Okay, number 5, learn something creative every single day. Keep working on it to make sure that you are improving yourself on a daily basis, because then you know, at the very least, at the end of the day, you've done something with yourself to make you a better person and hopefully closer to where you need to be. Number 6, understand the importance of positive association with great people. Hang around with great people. Understand as well, if they're great people and they know great people, they'll see you as being great as well. If you hang around people who go to prison on a regular basis, guess what people are going to think of you? Yes, it was your fault, or you're next. Say yes to life, especially when you're dealing with what we've had for the last year and a half. The pandemic makes everything really so you can feel depressed doing what you did before because you've got to think better. So just bear in mind that this isn't forever. It does change. It does get better. And don't wait for people to help you. Just say, yes, I'm in it for the duration until the very end, and make sure that you enjoy every day, because days are days. 24 hours is what you get. You can enjoy it, or you can say this is crap. Personally, I prefer to enjoy it, even if sometimes it is a big crap. All right, number 8, fall in love with yourself. I'm not saying you should spend a lot of time staring at yourself, but you can if you want. That's your choice. What I'm saying is love yourself more, because if you don't love yourself, how can anybody else do it? Here's the thing, right, about relationships. And I learned this many years ago when I split with a fiance for lots of reasons, one of which she discovered rugby teams all at the same time. And the other one was because she was a psycho. But anyway, everyone says that about exes. Here's the thing. One of the things that I had to learn is if you can be happy in your own relationship with yourself, I don't mean being rude with yourself, I mean be happy in your own skin, and you believe that you complete you, not anybody else needs to come along and complete you. You can complete you on your own. That takes a ton of pressure off anybody else to do it. So if you split in a relationship, but you're happy in your own skin anyway, then the worst it would be is you're back to your position again. You get me? You feel me? Good. All right, number 9 is this. Keep in mind that strength grows out of weakness. For everything that happens that's bad, if you look at it and you go, but then I can do this next time, you grow stronger and it will never happen to you again. But if you find it happens again and again and again, it's because you're an idiot. Number 10, dress for attention and confidence. Wear whatever makes you feel good and wear what people would want to have. Now, this is weird. If you're working from home, clearly you need to make sure if you're doing business stuff, you've got to look businessy. But at the same time, treat yourself sometimes and make sure that you're giving your best self. I know that my hair looks like this. If I get my hair cut, I won't be me. It's all right. I'm getting older. It'll probably fall out. But these are my choices. So this is Flipboard. If you want to catch more of this and share it with anybody, all you have to do is go to flipboard.com and look for Dave Crane and follow me on a daily basis, and you'll get all the articles I talk about, and then it'll make your life happier as well. Does that sound good? Great. Wow, that was cool. I don't know how that came up, but anyway, it's there and it's here. That's up for future shows. And I'll tell you more about that in a future episode. I wasn't meant to show you that yet, but I will do. I just showed you there, but I'm not going to show you more because it's exciting, and that's how the life works. If you want to get in contact with me, do so usually through LinkedIn. That's best. Or go to speakonstage.com, and then you can see all the stuff I'm talking about. There's loads of really cool exercises for you, and loads of really, if you want to test yourself to see how good you could be, you can take the Industry Icon Initiative, and it's all there on the website, Speak on Stage. I should really have it ready to show you. I don't think I've got it ready. I'll show you tomorrow anyway. Go to speakonstage.com, and everything is there. Meanwhile, that's it from me. Love your thoughts. Love your comments. Please share this. We want to build up a momentum and have a great community of people and stop me sneezing. Don't you hate it when your glasses come off when you sneeze? It's really embarrassing. Good job, you're the only person that noticed. That's it from me. See you same time tomorrow. Be good to yourself. Love yourself. And remember those 10 things. If you missed them, go back, watch it again, or go to Flipboard, get the list, mark it, share it with friends, and they'll feel good as well. And they'll thank you. I know they'll thank me, but thanking you is more important. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.